Imagine this. You're at the grocery store and you can't help but notice that your weekly shopping bill has been creeping up. The same carton of eggs that cost $2 last year now sets you back $2.50. The price of bread, milk, and even your favorite chocolate bar has risen. It's not just your imagination, and it's not just the grocery store. It's a phenomenon called inflation. Inflation, in its simplest form, is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising, and subsequently purchasing power is falling. Think of it as the silent thief that slowly chips away at the value of your money over time. It's an economic reality that affects everyone, from individuals and businesses to the entire economy. But what causes inflation? Common causes include demand-pull inflation, where demand for goods exceeds supply, cost-push inflation, where the cost to produce goods rises, and built-in inflation, where people expect prices to rise and thus demand higher wages. Historical examples of inflation are numerous, from the hyperinflation in Zimbabwe in the early 2000s to the inflation in post-war Germany. The effects of inflation can be far-reaching. For individuals, it erodes purchasing power. That means the same amount of money buys less than it did before. For businesses, it increases costs and complicates pricing strategies. And on a macro level, it can impact the national or global economy in various ways. To measure inflation, economists use tools like the Consumer Price Index, or CPI, and the Producer Price Index, or PPI. These indexes track the prices of a basket of goods and services over time. By reading and interpreting these inflation rates, you can stay informed about the economic climate. But fear not. There are ways to cope with inflation. Budgeting can help ensure that the rising costs of goods and services don't outpace your income. Investing in assets like stocks, bonds, or real estate can protect your savings from being eroded by inflation. And of course, educating yourself about financial matters can go a long way in helping you navigate these economic waters. To summarize, inflation is the rise in prices over time, caused by factors such as increased demand or production costs. It affects individuals, businesses, and economies. And while it can be measured and understood, it's important to take steps to mitigate its effects on your personal finances. So don't let inflation steal your purchasing power. Stay informed, plan ahead, and make smart financial decisions. And remember, knowledge is the best defense against the silent thief of inflation.